windy. All right. We're gonna do some yoga. Kind of get in the groove. Today is about releasing. Yeah. So it's gonna be a little bit more involved than some of the other classes where we're on the ground and stuff, but still accessible for all levels. Hi, welcome. I'm just kind of moving, getting in my groove here. Wait for some people to join. As always, let me know if you can't hear me, if I can see it really far away. I wish we had sound, like you could yell at me. All right. We're gonna start today standing. And you can be at the top of your yoga mat. I'm gonna be all over the place so that you can kind of see me. So, yeah, let's do it. Okay? We're gonna start standing, and your feet can be hip width if that's comfortable, or together with your heels slightly open. If that's comfortable for you too. A slight bend in the knees, you don't really want to lock them. And tuck the tail. Here comes our trusty Toesy dog, who's always in here with me. What are you doing? Oh, there's an antler on the ground. She might steal it from me. Hey. Alright, so while we're standing here, we're going to ground down, really feel ourselves root, kind of slightly tuck the tailbone, and then lengthen from the base of the spine all the way up through the neck, and then through the top of the head, and stand here for a few breaths. Let the shoulders rotate back and down and release. Breathe, kind of just your normal breath for now. Notice how you're feeling today. Kind of tune in and notice if your breath is shallow, if you're breathing from your chest or your belly or both, or if you're having a hard time breathing. Today is a very energetic day, so you might be tired, you might kind of feel heavy. Just take a moment to notice where you are, without judgment. Don't be judgmental about it. Just notice. Okay? Because that's where you are. And that's fine, and that's perfect. And we're gonna get some energy while we release and open some things so that we're receptive to that high energy happening today. Okay, now we're going to start to come into our breath. Okay, and we'll do that with a few movements just so that we kind of have an awareness of our breath at the same time. So as we inhale into the belly, through the nose, bring the arms up to the sky, and then exhale, the arms come down through the third eye all the way to the heart. Inhale again. And exhale through the nose. Let's do this 3 more times on your own. Inhaling and exhaling. Should be close to your last one, and after that we'll just meet with our hands in the center. Maybe slightly tuck the chin, gaze down through the nose, and continue that breath Let's set a collective intention here to release. Just release anything we're holding on to. Maybe we don't even know what it is, but we're just going to release today and let whatever it is flow into us. Alright, let's step out with the feet shoulder width apart and start to empty out those coat sleeves. So doing our twisting, staying with the breath, feeling it all the way through the spine. You're going to stay nice and strong as you twist. And breathe, still reaching through the crown of the head. And I close my eyes because I have vertigo, but you don't have to close your eyes. I feel like if I keep them open, I will fall over. It might make for a good video, but not a good class. We'll bring the arms up to the shoulders. You can feel the difference here as you're bringing out the middle of your spine, especially in between the shoulder blades. Try to stay with that breath. And then we'll bring the arms all the way up to the sky. You can interlace the fingers, if you can see my fingers, and speed it up a bit. Feel it. Definitely down in that root, base. Feel like a washing machine here. Deep breathing. We'll bring it back down to the shoulders, slow it down. And then release the arms and the shoulders. And just kind of let gravity, your movement, release everything out your fingertips while you're grounding through the feet. Couple more breaths and we'll step our feet back together and meet in Samastitihi, so that mountain pose where we stand with our feet parallel, hip width or together. And a couple breaths here just to regroup, ground. We're going to step out a little bit further and do kind of a fluid releasing yoga today. So we want the feet out at about 45-degree angles to keep the knees nice and safe. And we're going to start moving, kind of move back and forth. You can do whatever you want with your arms really. If it's better to keep them here, just kind of start to move back and forth. Move your hips. Bend your knees. You can move your shoulders, your head, whatever. And breathe. And then we're going to start to bring it down. So when I bring it down, I like to bring my hands to my heart. And then we're going to lean forward as we do this. And come down just wherever you can, whatever's comfortable. And I'm going to release my back, my neck. Let it flow. Still breathing. Letting those arms hang. You can even grab onto your opposite elbows if that helps. As you release the spine, we're going to slowly start to come back up. Here, coming up, and then moving the hips, maybe the shoulders. It's okay if you look silly, right? We're having fun, we're release all of that judgment, fear of judgment. Who cares? Have fun with it. And then take a nice big inhale, stretch out, and exhale the hands to the heart. We'll do something a little bit similar, but this time we're going to move from side to side. And again, do whatever's comfortable for you, and just as much as you can. So we're gonna kind of let ourselves fall from one side to the other as we breathe, lifting each arm and then bend into it. And we're just gonna start to get lower, more fluid. And if you want to, you can reach up. And a couple more times. And look up. And then start to come back up. Nice and slow. Back to center. Take a nice big inhale, the arms up, stretch it out, maybe look up, and hands to the heart center. Couple breaths here. Now we want to make sure that our feet are wide enough apart now so that when we bend our knees, they're not going quite over our ankles too much. So we want to be able to squat nice and comfortably. So kind of adjust your feet so that you can squat and be comfortable and balanced in your feet. So we're going to do something really releasing, okay? So get ready. Sorry, I'm tired today. All right. And we're going to do this with a lot of enthusiasm and energy as I yawn. All right, we'll start out a little bit slower. Again, remember to release judgment, release anything you might feel silly, and that's totally okay. That's good. Okay, laugh at yourself, have fun with it. This is not serious. This is releasing. We're letting all that shit go. Okay, so inhale, the arms go up, and then exhale. We're gonna bring them down out the mouth and pull it in to our hips. Okay, so inhale again through the nose, exhale, inhale, exhale out the mouth, inhale, reach, exhale out the mouth. We're going to change it a little. Inhale. As you exhale, say ha. So inhale and ha. Inhale. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Inhale. One more. Inhale. Ha. And inhale, reach. And exhale the arms to the center. Take a couple breaths. Regain your stability. We're going to do that one more time, but this time we're going to reach forward. All right? So, see how you feel after that. If it feels releasing, refreshing, cleansing, awkward, whatever, just take note. We'll start silent with this one again. So inhaling, reaching out in front, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now let's bring it with the noise. Inhale, exhale, ha. Inhale, exhale, ha. Inhale, ha. Inhale. Ha. One more. Inhale. Ha. Inhale. Arms come up. And let's step it into a Samasthiti. So bringing those feet back together. Arms out. Relax shoulders. Again, long spine. A couple deep breaths. Nice long exhale out your mouth if you want to. Maybe make some noises. Okay, so before we get to the floor, I want to do a little, my favorite thing, which is shaking. We're going to shake it out. Okay, so whatever you need to do to shake it out, right? Whatever's comfortable with your feet. Whatever, I'm just gonna do a little shaking with the arms, shake up, and move it into my shoulders, and then into my hips. Twist it out, right? Shake it out. That's what we need to do. Shake it out. Release it all. Okay, ready to go to the ground? We're going to squat down. There's a couple options for this if this is not available to you right now. So the first option is to just squat down. Our feet are at a 45 again, and they're about shoulder a little bit further out, and I'm just gonna kind of put my hands here and squat. Okay, so if this isn't available, that is totally fine. You can come onto your bum and bring your feet out in front of you and grab onto your ankles or the outsides of your feet and press your heart through. And this will also give you that nice kind of hip opening feeling that we're gonna get from the squat. Okay. Couple breaths. Thank you. Couple breaths here. And we're gonna do the same thing in the squat. Right? Just breathe, and you want to press those knees open with your elbows. And press your heart through, and you should feel a nice opening in your hips. And reaching through the crown of the spine, relaxing in your toes at the same time. So our hips hold a lot of baggage, a lot of baggage. So it's really important for releasing that we work on our hips a little bit. So whether you're in the squat or on your bum, we're going to lean forward with it, bring our hands out in front of us, and then come down with the head, gazing out the tip of the nose or closing the eyes. And you should feel a nice release coming all the way from your sacrum, all the way down through the crown of your head and your shoulders. And just breathe into this, in and out through your nose. One more breath. And then we'll come to seated wherever we are. We're actually going to come to our knees. So however you need to get there, go ahead and come onto your knees. Okay, and I'm going to face this way so you can kind of see what's going on. Get over here. Okay, so we're on our knees. And if this hurts, you can always roll up your mat a little bit, or your blanket, put a blanket under your knees, and make it comfortable for you. We're going to tuck our toes underneath, okay? And this is very intense. It's a very intense releasing pose. So if at any time you need to come out of it, and then try to come back in. Okay? It's no problem. Just make sure it doesn't hurt and you take care of yourself. So we're going to sit back on our heels with our toes tucked under. Sometimes I need to like maneuver my little pinky toe under there because it doesn't like to go by itself. And you choose where you want your hands to in this. They can be left hand under the right. They can be out in front. They can be at your heart. It's totally up to you. But you should feel a nice release coming out through the arches of your feet. Yeah. And again, if it gets too intense, come out for a second, uncurl the toes, keep breathing, and then come back into it. So here, we're gonna inhale and imagine something coming in through the top of our head, like a light, something that you're manifesting. It can be just peace, happiness, love, abundance, whatever. And you're gonna feel that go through your body. And then as you exhale, you're going to exhale whatever is keeping you from that, like fear or instability, self-esteem, whatever, out the bottom of your feet. Okay, so think of what you're manifesting and what you are getting rid of, and go with that. We're going to take 5 breaths doing that, okay? So inhaling and exhaling, imagining that negative energy going out the bottom of your feet. Inhaling in the positive, feeling it flow over you, exhaling it out, making space, right? So imagine as you inhale that positive manifestation, it's coming in and you're exhaling that negative to create the space for the positive. We have a couple more breaths on your own. And when you're finished here, we're going to uncurl those toes. It might be a little crampy. We've been there for a while. We're going to come forward into a child's pose. So coming forward with the arms out in front of us. We'll come forward into a child's pose and we'll meet there. We'll take a couple breaths, relaxing into it, relaxing our feet. Deep breathing, maybe rolling that third eye around on the ground, releasing the neck, the shoulders. Bring those hands behind your neck together. Your third eye is on the ground. We're grounding here. And I really want you to think of that manifestation. And take a few deep, relaxing breaths in this pose. Really imagining it, really imagining yourself with whatever you were manifesting. Slowly, we're going to come back up to the knees. Okay, this time sitting all the way up. We're going to open our hearts just a little bit. So bringing the hands to the kind of around each side of your sacrum with your fingertips facing down. We're going to extend through the lower belly and then through the ribs, and then release the shoulders back. And then release the head. And open here. You can open your mouth. Really feel yourself releasing in your jaw, your face, your chest, shoulders. And being open and receptive. Like I said, to that energy that's really strong today. Another inhale, and we'll reach to the heart with that inhale, and then exhale, come forward with the chin tuck. And we'll tuck all the way back down into a child's pose, nice and safe. Few breaths here, do what feels good. Maybe moving the forehead around. Maybe it's walking the fingertips to one side and pushing the hips to the other. And then doing the same on the other side. Nice little side stretch. And then, when you're ready, we'll meet lying on our back. We're gonna lie down for this next part. So you can get there however you need to get there, okay? I'm gonna do a little inhale and reach with my feet together, and exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Kind of releasing in that way. Can you see me? It's so awkward with this vertical angle. So we're going to do a releasing pose for kind of our gut. So we also hold a lot of anxiety and fear and everything in our gut. You know, that's why we feel it. If you have anxiety poops or gas or whatever. So this is a good pose to kind of release that. So my, I don't have a lot of space, but my left leg is out straight and my foot is flexed with my toes pointed straight to the sky. And I'm gonna bring my right knee into my chest, foot flexed, toes to the sky, and really push it in with my arms and relax my shoulders. As I extend my head and my cervical spine, relax and breathe here. And since we're releasing a lot in our gut, we might have some gas. And that's fine. That's good, actually. We're releasing everything, even gas. If this is good for you, stay here. If you want to, you can take that knee over to the side of the ribs for a little deeper sort of hip opener. Couple breaths here. Really pushing it in. Feel it open. Now we're going to take that knee with our left hand and bring it over to the right side of our body. Just as far as you can, it's comfortable. You can stay wherever you are. Try to relax both shoulders on the ground if you can, and then look over the opposite direction to the right and breathe. So here we're twisting, bringing out our spine, releasing any tension we might be holding in our back. When you're ready, both knees into the chest, coming back onto our back. Giving them a good squeeze, maybe rocking back and forth a little bit, massage the back and the sacrum. And we'll do the other side. So that right leg comes down and out, keeping that left knee in. And then as you breathe, bring that knee into your chest and flex those feet. Relax the shoulders and lengthen the spine. Breathe here. Let it all out. Anything you might be holding in your gut. Fear, anxiety, gas. Again, if this is good, stay here for a few more breaths, or bring that knee over just slightly so it touches your ribs and you feel a little bit of a hip opener. And breathe into that. And as you breathe, you want to kind of visualize your breath going into the space that we're opening, massaging it. We'll take that right arm and bring our left knee across our body to whatever is comfortable. Okay? And then bring those shoulders to the ground and then look over to the left side and just breathe here. Deep breaths into the twist, wringing out the spine, releasing anything we might be holding on to in our back, our shoulders too, as we allow them to fall open to the ground. Let go of all that weight, the weight of the world that we're carrying on our shoulders. We're going to come back to center, both knees together again. Give them a nice squeeze. Maybe rock around again. Feel that massage. We're going to place our left knee on the ground. Just maybe a hand out from our bum. And then our right ankle is going to go across that left knee. We're going to reach in between. I'm going to scoot down. I feel like you can see me better for this. We're going to reach in between, like the hole we've made here and the outside of our leg. No, that's not right. Other way around. Sorry. The hole we made here and the outside of our left leg. And then we're going to flex our feet and with our right elbow, press that knee out and pull that left leg in, and you should feel a nice deep hip stretch here. Like I said, our hips hold a lot of tension with relationships, money, just, you know, everything that's close to our root chakra, our deep security needs. We hold a lot of tension with that in our hips. That's why so many people have so many hip problems. Make sure that when you're in this pose, you're breathing into it. Again, imagining your breath massaging that area, and your knee doesn't hurt at all. You don't want any stretching, tension, or tightness or pressure in your knee. One more inhale, and then we're going to release. Bring those knees in for a squeeze. And switching sides. So that right leg comes down to the ground, left ankle goes over the right knee, reaching through and around that right leg. We'll bring it up and release the fingers. press that knee out with the left elbow, flex the feet, and then pull it in gently, 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 gently. Relax the shoulders, reach to the crown of the head and breathe here. Breathe into the hips. Feel them open. Again, keep your knee nice and safe. You don't want to feel it in your knees at all. Relax your face. One more big breath in. And exhale, we'll release. Bring those knees back to center. We're going to open into a happy baby. And there's a couple ways you can do this. You can splay your knees, bring your hands in between, grab onto the outsides of your feet, and then open your heels this way. If this is good, you can stay here. If you want a little bit more of a hip opener, you can bring them to the outside with your elbows coming down into your knees. But make sure you keep your sacrum on the ground and press down with your elbows here. Relax the shoulders. Keep the head nice and safe by not looking from side to side. If you want, you can rock a little like a happy baby. And breathe. And this is definitely a silly looking pose, but it is so good for the hips, for opening the hips, relaxing the sacrum. Now if you have your elbows and your knees, we're going to release that and grab onto the outsides of the feet. And then extend one leg at a time. Just kind of playing with it here. Relaxing the shoulders, extending the legs. Feel the stretch, make it feel good, right? And you don't have to extend them all the way, just as much as you can. If you want to, you can extend both. You can move your hips back and forth, I like to imagine like I'm driving a giant bus or something with this giant wheel. I don't know. Just kind of rock around. Feel that. Release, relax. Relax in the shoulders. Relax in your feet, your toes. And when you're ready, we'll bring it back to center again, squeezing. I had a couple minutes. Let's make sure we hit everything. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna squeeze it all together. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Bring the shoulders up to your ears. One big inhale, and as you exhale. Exhale, release all the way to the ground. I'm gonna scoot around from here. And those hips fall open, the feet fall open, the arms fall open, the shoulders fall open, the fingers relax. That head is nice and relaxed and pulled up, still kind of lifted a little to the chin. Take a nice big breath in again through the crown of the head. Let it come all the way through your body. And then exhale out the bottom of your feet. Again, inhale. Let's exhale out the mouth. Release. Again, one more inhale. Massage those organs and exhale. And stay here as long as you like. Taking a break trying to empty the mind, releasing maybe every muscle through your body one at a time, like you're sinking into the ground. And hopefully you got to release something along the way in this practice. You feel a little bit better, just better in general. Again, stay here, stay lying down, do whatever feels good. And thank you so much for joining me for class. And we'll do it again next Wednesday. And I'll put this up on the IGTV and on YouTube, so you can do it whenever you'd like. Great. Thank you.